Hey everyone, in this video, let's compare Kling AI with Hailuo. In order to do so, we're going to start off here with Kling, and I will just say right off the top that I really like Kling AI. I've tried a few different platforms, and it just seems like for me, Kling does all of the things that I need from an AI video generator. Now, that's not to throw any shade on Hailuo, because for quite a while, Hailuo was the preferred platform I used, and I'll talk about the difference between the two and why it is that ultimately I decided on Kling. Let's go ahead and start with Kling here, and we'll just take a look at the features. Here we are on the home page. You can see variety of other examples of things that people have done. There's just some really cool stuff here. And you could see just some of the amazing and fun things that people have created with Kling. Amazing results, nice and crisp. So there's a lot of potential here, depending on what you plan to use this for. You can use it for your social media. You can use it for AI film. I mean, music videos. There's all sorts of stuff that you can do with it. So here, let's take a look at the images section here. And here we could see we have our text to image. So if you want to put in your prompt, you could pretty much put anything that you might be interested in. So if we wanted to do a cool looking fantasy forest, we could put that in there. We also have a variety of options of random suggestions here that we can use. And so if we wanted to create an urban night, then you can see here that it'll put in our prompt. We can refresh that. So we've got a few different new options that we could take a look at. If you have your own idea, then you can just use that. So that's helpful. Also, this is somewhat recent. It has integrated DeepSeek. So you can use DeepSeek to refine your prompt. So if you have an idea, so we could say a fantasy forest, and let's go ahead and just put that in, and we'll see here what DeepSeek does. So it's just thinking about it. So we'll just give that a moment to work. Okay, and now that that's all done, you could see that we have been able to generate a more involved prompt. So we got some cool ideas here. So then from there, we can copy that and we can bring that into our prompt over here. So that's just going to give us something more to work with if we wanted to do that. We can also upload a reference. So if we have a face that we want to use or something of the sort, then we can bring that in there. We've got various aspect ratios we can use. 16:9, 1:1, etc., etc. We could change the amount of images that we want to generate. So depending on how much you want to generate, you can, and it's really quite generous when it comes to the image generation. You can see that it's only going to cost 9 credits to generate 9 images, and Kling is nice enough to offer free credits, so that really is going to give you a fair amount to be able to play around with. Now, the video generation is a little bit more expensive than that, but before we head over there, let's just take a look here at AI Virtual Try-On. So in this case, what we can do is we can put in our model. We can set our model, the kind of model we want, male, female, child, youth, elderly, skin tone. We can add our prompt. And so if we want to basically look at an AI model, and then we have the AI outfit here. So we can have specific garments that we can upload. So if you have a picture of something that you want your model to be wearing, then you can see here what the results are like. So that's pretty cool. So fun little thing to play around with. Let's go ahead and take a look at the videos now. And here you could see we have frames, elements, and effects. And I've spent most of my time with frames and elements. Effects is pretty fun. We've got the fuzzy. You could take something and turn it into a fuzzy stuffed animal type thing. We've got the mochi, and you could basically take somebody and squish them up. So that's kind of fun. And then there's the boom boom here. You can basically inflate something. And so that's some fun effects here to play around with. But as far as frames go, this is what you might expect when it comes to video generation. Fairly simple. So if we want to upload our image and then add our prompt, and then we have a variety of other tools that we can use here. We've got motion brush, where we can control the motion of objects. Now this says it's unavailable with the 1.5 mode. So let's see, is that okay? So I think we're going to have to go down to 1.0, and then we can use the motion brush. And this is where we can identify a specific object in an image that we want to move. And so we have various controls. Let's go ahead and click on it. So you can see we can draw the desired motion area and add the complete motion path. If you don't want the camera to move, you can add a static area. So here we can bring in our image, and we can use the brush basically to specify exactly what it is that we want to move around. We're not going to go too deep into that just because this is more of an overview. We have here our other settings. We can set it into professional mode. That's only for premium users. We can change the amount of seconds, 5 to 10. So this is a big deal here, because being able to do something for 10 seconds, that's actually quite nice. That's one of the reasons why I moved over to Kling, was the ability to have longer videos. We can change the generator amount, but we do need premium for that. We can use camera movement. It's unavailable with the 1.0. So we're going to want to go up to 1.5 or 1.6. Actually, I guess in this one, it says that it's only 1.5. So yeah, there's certain features that you can only use if you're on the specific model that we want to use. So just keep that in mind. If something isn't working, then you might need to change the model up there. Then we have our negative prompt. So if there's something that you don't want to see in the video, then you want to specify that here. And let's take a look here. I want to point this out here because this is very important, is the lip sync. And this is one of the reasons why I made the switch over to Kling. Not only does Kling have some really powerful options to play around with, as we saw there, the big deal for me is the lip sync. And this is something that not every platform does, and not every platform does it well, but Kling does it quite well. Namely with Kling, that I find with other platforms, I haven't been able to do it as well, is having movement while being able to use the lip sync. So let me see if I can find an example here to show you. Okay, here we've got one. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this. So there you go. That gives you an idea of what you can do with the lip sync. And what I have found with other lip sync generators is that a lot of times you can't get the character to move. It's kind of one or the other. So in this case, we actually have our character moving, and she is also singing to the music that we uploaded for this. So that's really quite powerful, and it's one of the main reasons why I switched over to Kling. Let's go ahead and head back here and take a look at the elements section. And this is very cool. You could do some really cool stuff with this, and it really depends on what it is that you're trying to accomplish. But essentially what you can do is you can upload multiple images, and you can kind of combine them. And, you want to bring in your prompt here. So let's say you have... Thing is this can be kind of tricky, because what it is with this is, like, sometimes you can get some really cool effect type stuff. So it's kind of more in line with the effects, where you get some kind of cool results here. With elements, you can combine multiple images in order to get some unique results that can be quite interesting. Now, the thing is that you don't always get what you want, and what you can do, though, is if you have two images where you have, let's say, a character in a specific pose in one image, and then you have them in a different pose in the other image, then theoretically you can have the character from the first image essentially then do whatever movement is necessary to get them to reach the next image. And this can be very powerful, I would say, with animation mostly. Like you could do this with live action type stuff as well. But I think this is something that in my mind would be very helpful if you're doing animation type stuff. But again, the results, they don't always come out the way that you want them exactly. So you do have to play around with it. Now, one of the nice things about Kling is that it is quite generous with the credits that it gives you. So when you do the subscription, I did the subscription and I was really quite pleased with the amount of credits that they offered. It really allows you to play around quite a bit. And that's sort of the nature of the beast when it comes to video generation, is that you don't always get what you want. And so you're going to have to try a few times sometimes to get exactly what you're looking for, get closer to what you're looking for. So that's kind of where the credits is a big deal. And it's one of the reasons why I would choose one platform over another, because if I have to do multiple generations in order to get the result that I'm looking for, and the credits cost too much, then oftentimes you end up burning through your credits really fast and you don't get what you're looking for. So that could be frustrating and essentially kind of just burning money essentially. So you want to keep that in mind. And that's pretty much goes across the board with any video generator, is you're not always going to get what you want. So you're going to have to try a couple times before you really get to what you want. So let's go ahead and take a look now at Hailuo, and we'll see here what kind of options we have. Now, the first thing that I want to bring attention to is the create image option. And if we click on this, then here we actually have now a text to image generator. And this is something that is new. In the past, you would have to generate your images elsewhere and then bring it into Hailuo. But now you can actually generate images, and that can be quite useful. Now, here we could see that it does cost 4 credits to generate an image. So Kling kind of has the advantage in that regard, because it seems as though it's only a single credit over on Kling to generate an image. Let's take a look at the create video option here, and you can see that it costs 30 credits for a single generation. Now, the other thing that has been added here recently is camera movement. So this is something that wasn't there before, but now you have different camera movements that you can gain access to. And so you could see here what the results are like. So this can really help for getting a nice shot, nice dynamic shot, depending on what you're looking for. And you have all these different options. Now, Kling has camera movements as well. So this is something that they've added here recently. We've got free selection as well, but there's some really nice options here, really can help you to get some really dynamic stuff. And one of the things that really stands out with Hailuo is that you do get some really nice results when it comes to Hailuo. And that's one of the reasons why it was my platform of preference for quite a while. And they do offer 100 credits per day. Now, because a video generation costs 30 credits, that means you're only getting about 3 videos out of it. But, you know, that's enough to kind of play around and try it out. And the fact is that when it comes to Hailuo, the results are really quite nice. So that's one of the reasons why you might want to use it over something else. But Kling is really good too. I would say that between the two of them, they are, in my mind, quite similar in terms of the quality of their output. So the place where the places where Kling really kind of wins for me is the fact that it has lip sync, and we've also got the option to change the amount of seconds, the duration. So that's something that, to my knowledge, is not a part of Hailuo yet. You know, these are things that I think quite possibly they'll update in the future. So I continue to pay attention to Hailuo and am interested in whatever new options that they add. But for the time being, if I was to compare one to the other, I would say that, you know, with Hailuo, you definitely get some really nice results. You could see here, we've got a beautiful oasis. We've got this beautiful desert sky at night. You know, here's this amazing stormy sea, and you could see the waves, and you could see the boat getting away. And there's just some really, really nice results that you get with Hailuo. So it's not to throw any shade there. It's just at the end of the day, I would say, especially if you're into filmmaking, then this is where I've tried different platforms, and it's always kind of trying to dial it into like, what is it that you get the best results? Where is it that you get the best value when it comes to the credits? And for me, Kling kind of checks all the boxes. Hailuo definitely would be kind of second place, I would say, but there's a lot of different options coming out. And I would just say that, you can play around with Hailuo. It depends on what it is that you're trying to accomplish. But I also think that Hailuo is more generous with the free credits. I think that Kling does give you free credits, but I'm not sure. Yeah, so you get 166 free monthly credits. So you're going to burn through those pretty quick. Now we do have, no, that's for the membership. So that's when I had the membership there. So yeah, 166 free monthly credits. You're going to burn through that pretty quick. You can do quite a bit of image generation with that, but this is where Hailuo does have the advantage, because you get 100 free credits daily, which equals 3 videos, and you can get away with quite a bit with that over a period of time, especially if you're just doing, like some interesting stuff for your social media or something. But at the end of the day, when it comes to what I would pay for personally, it's Kling. Kling has all the features that I'm looking for, and so it is something that I would come back to. And that's all there is to it. If you found this video helpful, please leave a comment and like and subscribe, and don't forget to set your notifications for more helpful tips. Also, if you are interested in My Stylus AI, you can gain access to an AI companion for academic document writing. Unlock your writing potential with My Stylus, find relevant sources, effectively manage references, refine with AI editing, and get instant help through AI chat research. And it's perfect for bloggers. Also, if you use promo code SkillcraftAI10, you'll get 10% off your subscription, and you'd also be helping us out as well, and we would certainly appreciate it.